Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Is anyone there? Is this actually working? Hello, all. It has been a long time. Yes, it is working. I'm just checking. Alright, cool. Well, people, welcome back to Daska Discusses. Let me just put my dramatic music. It has been a while. Enough of that. It's been a while, people. It's been a long time. It's been since probably, November? And what's happened in that time? Well, look, guys, a lot of stuff has happened, and I should have put a video out saying, hey, this is what I've been up to, etc. It's just been, with all that's happened in the world and all that, it's just been pretty flat out, to be honest. And obviously, holidays, etc., going away and trying to fit everything in with family and everything. But here we are. And it's a shame because I did want to do the whole top 10 of 2021. I wanted to do the 5 best and 5 worst, and we missed all that boat. It is March now, and time did fly away. Sorry if I'm a bit fuzzy. It's obviously something wrong with the green screening. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, I could try to fix it. Hang on one sec. Shouldn't be that fuzzy, to be honest. Hang on one sec, guys. Why is it doing that? It's OBS is very annoying like that. Hang on. Let's see if that works. Hang on one sec. Fix that. Alright, look. Whatever. We'll see how that goes. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that should be better. So, yes. We missed a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm upset about that, and, couldn't get everything sorted in time, but we're here. And enough chit-chat. Let's talk about The Batman. And I need some dramatic music for that. Look, guys, I did see a lot of movies over the past few months, and I will do a big catch-up. Maybe I'll do a big video reviewing a lot of things from 2021, like Dune, the Ghostbusters, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But for now, let's talk about The Batman. Now, obviously, I'll leave the spoilers till the end, obviously. Don't want to spoil anything, but how do I talk about The Batman without spoiling too much? We'll put it this way. Look, I think people who know me, you know that I'm more of a DC fan. And look, I don't mind Marvel, but we're not here to talk about Marvel, DC. I think this Batman, from first impression, walking out, it is my type of movie. It is, and we'll go through all the elements, like when I teach to my students, we've got the elements like camera, acting, mise-en-scène, editing, lighting, sound, and maybe even setting, and then we'll talk about character development. So I think that's the way I'm going to break all these down, guys, because you know what? Let's break it down. Just overall, we've got when the Riddler is a sadistic serial killer begins murdering key political figures in Gotham, Batman is forced to investigate the city's hidden corruption and question his family's involvement. This is my type of comic book film, guys, because one, not only is it Batman, and you may think, oh, you're biased, Daska, because you like Batman. No, it's actually a great film. It is very well made, very well shot, very well edited. Acting is superb. Set design, production design, soundtrack is amazing. There's a lot of good things happening in this movie, and I was really happy with it, okay? Some people found it boring, whatever. Look, you look at the time there, 2 hours, 55 minutes. That is a pretty long time, but let's talk about it, shall we? In terms of the cinematography, now, what is cinematography? Well, you know what it is. It's all about how the camera works and what we see with the camera. And I'll tell you what, it really gives it that film noir look about it. So that use of like low-key lighting, that way it goes about like showing the shadows and making it look like this detective style film. That's what this reminded me of. And it had glimpses of a lot of other previous movies, like a lot of Tim Burton's Batman, Batman Begins, Batman. There wasn't that many daylight scenes, okay? So in terms of like the look of the film, the cinematography was great. not many, that's a great shot there, but we'll talk about it. So looking at cinematography and mise en scène, that's what's actually put into the frame. And what is it, Michael Reeves? He actually did a really good job in using the camera and using like set design, props, costuming to his advantage. Let's close this, shall we? Go back, come on. The Batman. Mike Reeves. So, in terms of cinematography, mise en scène, I think that by just watching the film, you're immersed in this kind of world, in Gotham, right? It reminded me a lot of, by looking at cinematography and the mise en scène, reminded me a lot of playing Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Knight, the old video games. Did give me that impression, right? But also, and obviously, they were influenced by it, but looking at films like The Zodiac, which is just loading now, there we go, by David Fincher, one of my favorite directors. Great film, 2 hours 37 minutes long, just about basically a serial killer back in the 1960s to the 80s. It did influence me in terms of, I think it took a lot of influence from Seven as well. Another David Fincher film, one of my favorite directors. These aren't for the faint of heart, and I could see why. Look, the thing is, guys, about the Batman is that, you watch it and I'm like, this reminds me of a David Fincher film, and film aficionados and people who have seen these older films like, this has got that feel of like a David Fincher film, right? It's also got that film of like a old Tim Burton, but it's a sprinkle of The Zodiac, Seven. I'm going to put Saw in there as well, right? Lee Whannell and James Wan, the original Saw, because the Riddler, well, I think, looking at the cast, Robert Pattinson, we'll talk about the cast in a sec, but I think the influences from Zodiac, Seven, Saw, some of the original Batman films, the comic book, the video game, you're probably thinking, well, Daska, of course, it's going to be influenced by the original Batman films and the comic books and the video games. Yeah, I get it. But, it just felt a lot different, this film. Now, talking about the cast, there's a lot of flack given for... Oh, sorry, guys. Whoops. A lot of flack given for Robert Pattinson playing Batman. And I think he did a really good job. I think he did a really good job playing playing Bruce Wayne. Now, obviously, it's hard to... You can't, saying, who's better, Christian Bale, Robert Pattinson, what's his name, Ben Affleck, or Michael Keaton. I'm not going to do that. I just think he played a interesting way of going about putting Batman. Selena Kyle, Zoe Kravitz playing Catwoman, did a good job too. I really was a big fan of Jeffrey Wright playing Jim Gordon, sorry. I thought he did a really good job with that. Colin Farrell as Oswald Cobblepot, or the Penguin, was really interesting cast choice, I must say. And Paul Dano, the guy from Prisoners and the guy from a few other films, as the Riddler. I thought he did a really good job. He was a different type of Riddler. He was more of a mixture of he just gave me this like I said before, this feeling of Jigsaw. He's got the traps, and I don't want to give away too much, but in the end, guys, the Riddler, really, he is a pretty good villain, but compared to the older films, I think Paul Dano did a really good job in playing that compared to the Jim Carrey. It's a totally different take on that. John Turturro's Carmine Falcone, again, I thought he was a pretty strong character, but not as strong as, say, Colin Farrell playing the Penguin. But moving on from that, guys, apart from that, look, looking at the nearly 3 hour running time, I'll put it to you this way. You know, seeing Batman go through this whole system of like Gotham trying to stop the Riddler. The Riddler's basically the storyline, the plot. I don't want to give away too much, but obviously it says it right there. You know, a sadistic serial killer murdering key political figures in Gotham and leaving notes for Batman to like try and solve some sort of riddle that goes with it. And as the film goes on, these stakes get higher, and things start happening which you know definitely leave a lot to the oh, hang on, I've got a bit of an issue here. No, it's okay. Sorry guys. So it leaves you with an interesting take on how they go about it. Now, the 3 hours, I think they went very quick. However, there was a 20-minute gap in the film, probably 10 minutes at one point and then 10 minutes at another, that really, like, I think could have been shortened down. I'm no editor, guys, you know, and I really find that when people sit there and, you know, I'm giving a review and discussion, I'm not having a go at the director or the editor or anything, but there was a few lull points for me, and there was, you'll see, near the last act of the film, before the major act happens, the last act happens, sorry, there's just a bit of a, can we just get on with it? And that happened in Dune as well, by the way, June, whatever you want to call it. Now, but it was highly enjoyable. If you're a Batman fan, you'll really enjoy it, obviously. If you're a Marvel fan and you're used to watching Marvel films with all your Thors and Captain Americas and all the fancy special effects and everything, and you're going to go in there thinking that, oh yeah, cool, superhero film, I'm going to enjoy this. You're not, guys, because like I said earlier, movies like Zodiac, Seven, Saw, I think this is a film connoisseur's film, if that makes sense. And if you're into that dark, gritty, grimy, slimy look of Gotham and a good story of Batman, which is not polished like, I'm not saying every other Marvel film, but if you have a look at Marvel and what they've done recently, obviously there's that Morbius movie coming out that looks quite dark. It's good that in this world we've got Marvel and DC, but I'm just saying I enjoy DC more, and the reason why is because of films like this, like The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, even the original Batman and Batman Returns. I didn't mind Aquaman, I didn't mind the Zack Snyder cut as well. So, there's a lot of good positive things to take out of this. One being cinematography is amazing, mise-en-scène, the use of like production design, you could say. Lighting, we talked about it, that film noir look, it's that very dark, gritty, grimy look. The soundtrack, who does the soundtrack here? Because that was like something. That was amazing. Anyway, I'm not gonna, where is it? Whatever. The soundtrack was really good. It reminded me, it had glimpses of like Hans Zimmer, of Danny Elfman in there from the original Batman film. I really enjoyed it, and I went straight onto Spotify and was blasting it in the car. Oh, talking about Batman. Wow, they have the Batmobile in this. That is something. Now everyone loves the Tumbler, but this car is pretty awesome. There's got to be a picture in here. Hang on one sec. No one's out there? Well, look, guys, if no one's out there watching, that's cool. You can always leave me a question in the comments, but we'll keep going. Look at that. Really great sequence. So the film's filled with like some good set pieces, some good characters, and then a good car chase. Not going to get into too much of it, but it definitely had that comic book feel. Maybe about 20 minutes too slow, in my opinion, but Lacazette earlier, Lacazette. If you are a fan of Batman, obviously, and you understand what I mean when I say these types of films like Zodiac and Seven are heavily influenced by that, then you'll enjoy it. But if you're going in there thinking you're going to get some sort of like happy kind of like, oh, there's a joke per minute, no, there's hardly any jokes in this. And how the film ends, not spoiling anything as well, but setting up for potential sequels as well, very interesting. I really can't say too much about it because I don't want to spoil it for you guys, and this is not a spoiler review, this is just my opinion. So I think to sum it all up, now these guys on IMDb gave it 8.5 out of 10. Looking at Rotten Tomatoes, 86 tomato meter, 89 audience score. Wow. All right. Look, tell you what, summing it all up, people, summing it all up, I was really impressed and I was happy walking out, and I've been waiting for this for a long time. And again, I'm sorry that I haven't been online as much, but here we are. And I'll try be regularly on it, at least once a week, at least. I'll try my best. But here we are, guys. And I've got a lot to catch up on. I might do a 3 movie review in a few days' time. June, Ghostbusters, and something else. Anyway, back to the Batman. The negative that I found was probably the running time. Maybe it could have been 20 minutes, a bit more shorter. But apart from that, it ticks all the boxes in terms of film, elements, and conventions. Great character development, great acting, mise-en-scène, editing, lighting, sound. It was well structured, well edited, apart from a couple of lulls here and there. But seriously, out of 10, look. How do I put this? Well, where's my button here? I'm going to go... The Batman gets a 9 out of 10 from me. A 9 out of 10, people. Explosion again. Bang. Boom. 9 out of 10. It really did deserve that 9 out of 10. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. It's been, 16 minutes, 50 seconds. Like I said, and I'll just put my dramatic music up. Let's hope it's not too loud. Hang on. Like I said, guys, earlier, I do want to be doing more of these, and sorry that I haven't been on the channel for 3 months, 4 months, whatever, but that's life. Life gets in the way. But I will see you guys on the next episode. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. It's been a few years now. It's been since 2018. So at the end of this year will be 4 years of this channel, which is ridiculous. Wow. But gaps here and there. Like I said, 4-month gap is a pretty big gap. And to have the same amount of subscribers, I'm happy with. And I really appreciate the subscribers. And it's not always about, the number of subscribers, etc. What do? I've got 375 people that follow me. Thank you a lot for that. The TikTok account I've got was more of a gag during lockdowns. And I'm just going to be posting videos that sometimes they might be about actual movies that I've seen recently. Some could be just a general chat about old films. I could sit there, I had an idea in my head. The top 5 one-to-one conversation parts, the conversation scenes in a film. So, for example, Inglourious Bastards, Heat. There are 2, yeah. There's 2 of them that I can think of. But yeah, things like that, guys. Because, yeah. So that's what I got to say. Anyone want to say anything, please let me know in the comments. Apart from that, I will let you guys go. So in the end, 9 out of 10 for the Batman for me. I will see you guys on the next episode of Daska Discusses. Catch you then. Where you been waiting for this? Yeah, well, it's been a while, Dean D. And I've just been speaking for 19 minutes, so I was actually right at the end of this. So I will catch you later. See you next time. Catch you all then. And have a good one. Ciao.